So Arsenal back in Premier League action tomorrow as we face off against Southampton at the Emirates Stadium in a 3 p.m. kickoff. And I think we've got a bit of a selection headache in terms of the midfield areas. Of course, with Mika Marino now coming back, being fully available to start the game, with the likes of Declan Rice in there, Thomas Partey, Jorginho could be available. The way how Leandro Trossard's played in that role in the past 2 games, he looked fantastic. But there's only one man for me who deserves to start, and that is our 17-year-old wonder kid, Nwaneri. If you look back at the previous games where we've seen Nwaneri feature, let's start with the Leicester game first and foremost. The guy came on with around 10 minutes to try and make an impact. And you saw the way how he came on and made an impact. And I believe this type of game is going to be very similar to how we played in terms of performance-wise against a team against Leicester. They're going to do Southampton will do a very similar thing that Leicester did. With the only reason why we conceded them 2 goals, it was a bit of a less comfortable winning than it should have been, is because of we switched off for a little bit. We lost a bit of concentration. But let's not kid ourselves, especially in the first half in that Leicester game. We controlled the game completely, dominated possession, dominated the game entirely. We scored 2 goals. Maybe it should have been a bit more. So I think it's going to be a very similar sort of game as it was against Leicester. This time we'll learn from our mistakes, and we'll hopefully have a much more comfortable performance. So the impact that he came off the bench, Nwaneri, I was so impressed with him. Yeah, he instantly came on. He had that shot straight away, right? He just brought a bit of energy on him, something different off the bench. And I think he should have started that game in particular because of how well he performed and how well he took his chance in that Bolton game. I know it's the Carabao Cup, but you got to play what's in front of you. And he took his chance. He had his first start and he took it with a brace. But his overall performance was so professional. Yeah, the kid's only 17, guys, but his attitude and the way how he played with a level of maturity where he did what he had to do. He kept it basic. He kept it simple. But his overall, performance looked like he's been playing with Arsenal for many, many years. He's that type of player that looked like he just fits into the team based on that performance against Bolton Wanderers, of course, when he scored a brace. It's like if you would have told someone that's his first game, you wouldn't have believed him because the way how he performed, it was like, wow, this is seriously his first ever start for Arsenal? That's how mature he was in the way how he played against Bolton. So he's had a few cameos off the bench. Leicester was the one which really impressed me because you just felt a bit of something different, a bit of energy, a bit of like an energy boost when he came on, with such a little impact of a time, to make an impact with that little time. But I thought he did exceptional. And obviously, we've seen him off the bench against Spurs as well. I've got a feeling that this guy could be thrown into this team. And for me, it's honestly a no-brainer, guys. Could this be a sign that in the Champions League he didn't play at all? He brought on Lewis Skelly instead of him? Maybe. But I think if you're on Twitter and you're looking into this, Nwaneri for me goes into this type of game. I don't think it's a risk. I don't think it's none of that. I think this guy deserves to start against Southampton.